Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kemal AA, and this is another Chelsea video where I'll be discussing Chelsea's attack and how Chelsea have the best attack in the Premier League. In my personal opinion, going to be backing up with analysis, stats, and how it does compete alongside Liverpool dynamic front three, Man City's dynamic front three, and of course coached and drilled by Pep Guardiola, and how Chelsea has the best attack in the league, and potentially you could even argue the best in Europe, especially after our superstar signings in the past summer transfer window. Could be delving into statistics, analysis, my thoughts, opinions. But yeah, before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts, opinions. Who do you think has the best attack in the Premier League? Do you think it's Chelsea, or do you think it's City, Liverpool, Tottenham, or another team? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's Chelsea video. Now, starting off with the Chelsea attack, of course, we know after superstar signings of Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, and we added Christian Pulisic from last season. We're forming a world-class superstar attack, young talent, quick, dynamic, world-class potential, gunmen's everywhere. It's honestly, it's a breath of fresh air for myself and of course all Chelsea fans as well. You know, we've signed Kai Havertz for a record signing of £70 million. We've signed Timo Werner, we've signed Hakim Ziyech, and once they all fully click together, once they fully gel, you will see the best of these players. And I think that with the potential that they have and the ceiling that they have, I genuinely believe that we do have the best attack in the league. But so far this season, it has taken time for them to adjust. Now, of course, we know Kai Havertz has one Premier League goal. He came with a lot of expectation. Remember, he's 21. He's a generational talent. He's German's golden boy, wonder kid. And he's going to take some time to bond and gel. You know, he's had some poor performances, but he's had some bright spells, and you've seen glimpses of him, the creativity that he offers, the spark that he brings, and of course the goals and assists that he's going to be bringing throughout the second half of the season, and of course for the many years that it's going to come as well. So especially when he hits his prime. You've got Timo Werner, who's already finding his feet, scored 2 the other night against Rennes, scored 2 against Southampton, scored last weekend against Burnley, scored against Krasnodar as well. Things are starting to click for Timo Werner himself. Of course, he did start the campaign with a few games where he didn't score, but he is starting to score now. He's finding that goal scoring form, and Werner is up there as one of the most elite strikers in Europe, but one of the most elite strikers in Premier League. He's up there with your likes of Aubameyang, your likes of Harry Kane, Sergio Aguero. For me, he's an elite gunman for me that's competing up there, and he definitely walks into most sides in the Premier League, and he's only 24 years of age. He's only going to develop his game, improve, and the way he operates in between lines, runs in behind, his pace, agility, finishing, he's world class. So for me, again, and then you've got, of course, Hakim Ziyech, our wizard, the Wizard of Amsterdam, with his magic of a left foot. Again, scored against Burnley in his first Premier League start. He scored against Krasnodar as well. And again, he's another player that's adapting well, gelling well with the team. His crossfield passes, his diagonal balls, his switching up the plays, cutting inside, drifting from the right-hand side, moving in the field with his left foot into that half space. You know, creating danger, you know, creativity, moving the ball quickly, triangles, his press resistance, his creative passing. He's simply a world-class player in his prime as well. And for me, again, another bargain that we signed. But once Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz in those central areas alongside Mason Mount, they click together. And then you've got Christian Pulisic, once he finds that fit form, once he gets fit again, scored against Krasnodar as well. Our number 10, our American wonder kid, our Captain America, finding the form, linking up with Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, interchanging on the wings. When you see this front four clicking together, for me, I don't think there is simply a better attack in the Premier League. Now, what's interesting this season is I'm going to be analysing XG and, of course, the different goal scorers that score for Chelsea this season. We've had 10 different goal scorers score for us in the Premier League this season, which is incredible, more than any other Premier League team this season. 10 different goal scorers. Do you know how crazy that is? Pretty much everyone has scored. We've kind of shared the goals around, which in my opinion is a good thing. Got Jorginho on 3 goals, Kurt Zouma on 3 goals, Chilwell chipped in with a goal, Timo Werner with 3 goals, Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic. So for me, yes, honest to God, it's really good. When the attack gels together, you're going to see a formidable partnership between each other. And like I said, with the ceiling potential they have, I do believe that they will outpass and, of course, be the best attack in the Premier League, and certainly in Europe, in my personal opinion. Now, looking at XG, we have actually done better than the XG has proposed to us. We have actually, outdone XG in that sense. Of course, XG has projected us to have 10 goals this season, but we have scored around 16 goals. So it does mean that we haven't created that many chances, and we have been lucky with some of the goals we've scored. But for me, it's not an issue because we have so many elite top superstars that, you know, have got so much individual brilliance that they can score on their own. Hence why naturally our XG is going to be low. That's going to improve over time on the training grounds. But like I said, when these players link together, you know, with the functioning of the midfield, and of course Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, and Christian Pulisic, and not to mention you've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, you've got Tammy Abraham, who's also, they're also both going to be chipping in with goals and have already chipped in with goals this season. And of course, once they gel, when they adapt, when they grow and develop and nurture in this environment, they're simply going to be outstanding and phenomenal group of players. And then you've got Man City. Man City, you know, they've been well drilled and well oiled. You know, they're 3-4 years into their project under Pep Guardiola. You've got Raheem Sterling, who's only 25, has been scoring consistent high numbers of goals each season, season in, season out. You've got Sergio Aguero, who's a well-known, established, world-class elite gunman, one of the best strikers in Europe. Yes, he is potentially on the decline, but we know his presence, and arguably, alongside Thierry Henry and Alan Shearer, as the greatest Premier League strikers of all time. You've got Kevin De Bruyne, who's arguably the best player in the Premier League as well, linking up the play creativity wise. Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero, and of course you've got Riyad Mahrez on the right hand side, who's a tricky, skillful winger that Chelsea were once interested in, and we know Mahrez's quality on top of that. And of course, them being coached by one of the greatest managers of all time, and of course they've had all this time on the training grounds, they do have currently a better attack than Chelsea because they've had more time to develop. They're further into their project, they're further into their developments and ages, they're more experienced. Hence, at the moment, in my personal opinion, Man City have a better attack than Chelsea. Liverpool, we know they won the Champions League, they won the Super Cup, they won the Premier League. They have arguably the best attack in Europe with Salah, Mane, Firmino, the way they click. You now got Diogo Jota, who's been phenomenal and outstanding since his time for Liverpool. And you have to credit Liverpool scouting team, credit Liverpool the way they sign players and purchase players. Diogo Jota chipping in and obviously providing squad depth for Liverpool on top of that. Like I stressed before, Liverpool and Man City, in my opinion, at this current moment in time, have a better attack because they've gelled more, they've had more time to work with their managers, they've had more time to work on the training grounds, and of course they've had more time in deeper into their project, you know, older, much more experienced. And we know Mane is one of the best players in the Premier League, arguably in Europe on top of that as well. And Chelsea, yes, man for man, they have higher potential. You know, they've got world-class potential, even potentially generational talent, and the potential to be the best attack in Europe. It's not quite there yet. You know, we've just started our journey, just started our project. They've got to develop throughout the season, but this case can be considered in, you know, 2-3 years time. But at this moment in time, as I record this video, Chelsea do not have the best attack in Europe. You know, quality-wise and you know, potential-wise, yes, I think we have the best. We have the potential to have the best attack in Europe, definitely, and especially in the Premier League. But at this moment in time, is it top 3? Yes, it is top 3. I would say it's about third, but I think Liverpool and Man City's attack are slightly further ahead because of the experience. You know, slightly older, they've had more time to work with their managers, they've been in the Premier League for longer, so more Premier League experience. You know, older, more experienced managers, and yes, in that sense, I do agree. But the way that our attackers, they bring quality, depth. You've got Hakim Ziyech, of course, who's got Champions League experience, his dynamism, what he offers to the team. And for me, if he stays injury-free, alongside Christian Pulisic, if he stays injury-free, we could definitely, you know, sort out and fix, you know, a formidable attack in the future in the next 2-3 years. Like I said, Timo Werner, one of the, you know, most sought-after players, young Premier League strikers, has world-class potential. He's arguably world-class. Hakim Ziyech is already a world-class player. What he's on the Ajax and in the Champions League, on the international stage and on the European stage, under the limelight. You've got Kai Havertz, generational talent, and you've got Christian Pulisic, who's one of the most talented left wingers in Europe, and you've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's our best academy product. So for me, there is so much to look forward to, and definitely a case for us to have the best attack in Europe. In my opinion, we will, but just at this moment in time, I don't think we do. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, if you could smash like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I will see you guys for my next video. Peace.